Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is July the 2nd, and this is the 4th of July weekend. And I hope everybody was safe and was able to do what they wanted to do, have a cookout or whatever. I want to, my name is Maine. I want to introduce Nia Amani and my other co host, OG. Can y'all say hi to the people?
Hey, people.
So
Welcome, welcome, welcome to to end the gap today. Um, I want to talk about. I don't know if everybody heard about it, but it was an incident in Henrico where a young kid went to stay at his friend's house. They were 16-year-old. They went to Highland Springs High School, and 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 they were 16 years old. And the kid asked his friend could he stay at his house. He asked him could he stay at his house, and he stayed over, and something happened where the kid that stayed e- end up end up shooting the other kid. Um, I don't know if everybody heard about it. Um, and I read some about it today that the kid didn't get charged with murder yet. I just I just want to get some feedback and see what y'all think about that. How y'all feel about that?
So give a I haven't heard about it, but you said two friends. One friend went to the other friend's house. How did it get to the point where he shot him?
They was in the room. It was 12 o'clock at night.
I mean, were they arguing? Were they just?
No, don't nobody know. They were friends. He just wanted to spend the night over his house.
I guess for me it would be kind of hard to say because not knowing where this all stemmed from. I mean, were they playing with a gun and it accidentally went off? Were they arguing and there was some intent? I mean,
I'm just asking, do you think he should be charged with murder?
I can't say it's murder not knowing more details of it for me.
I
yeah,
mean,
Because
well,
yeah,
if they were just playing with a gun and it accidentally went off, then I can't say that that's murder.
really? What you think, OG?
I kind of agree. Um, if anything, he could be charged with reckless endangerment or something like that. But murder has to be to prove
Intent.
murder, you have to prove intention,
Mm-hmm.
and without it being intended, you can't prove murder. So
Isn't
in
it? Isn't
Henrico,
it? Let me ask you this though. Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off. But isn't it
mhm,
different degrees of murder? Like,
yeah, yeah, but
yeah.
all of them you have to show intent.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah, if the prosecutor tried to prosecute him and his lawyer could ream her out for not having, she can't prove intent. And in that situation, how can you prove intent? You know,
You telling me something I
and
ain't know? That's good
yeah,
stuff. You telling me something I ain't know?
yeah. I mean, it's there are different degrees of murder. Say, just like say if somebody hit somebody with a car or something, they gonna always go to like manslaughter or vehicular homicide or something like that. Cause see, they add that extra language in it. Murder is very different. That's why when they send a cop to court for murder, like they did with that George Floyd man, they charged him with manslaughter, murder one, murder two, murder three, so he couldn't get away with it. Because if they had just charged him with first degree murder, it would have been like proved that he meant to kill him, and you couldn't. I
Okay.
don't know how they would have proved it, and he would have
Uh,
been let off.
Okay.
So
So
um,
you
yeah.
so I'm looking at this. You have first degree murder,
Hmm.
most likely, depending on what state you're in, can be the murder of a law enforcement officer, using unreasonable force that results in the murder of a child, or murder occurring in the commission of other felonies such as rape, kidnapping, and other violent crimes. Now you have second degree murder, is a charge when the killings was intentional but not premeditated. So so here's an example. Tom becomes angry with his neighbor for blocking access to his driveway and runs into the house to get his gun and returns and shoots and kills his neighbor. It could only qualify as second degree murder because Tom did not plan to kill his neighbor in advance.
Yeah.
And getting
Yeah.
his gun and shooting his neighbor was intentional.
That's what I mean. It always has to be intent,
Mhm.
some type of intent to prove murder. And most
Oh,
of the time, it's really, it ain't as easy as it's, to get a first degree murder charge. And Henrico County is so hush hush with their cases. You might not know what really happened until months from now.
If
You know,
then,
yeah. But that's, to me, it sounds like they were playing with the gun and it mistaken
but
them at all.
well, to me it sounded like I'm gonna throw another scenario at you. What if it was the kid gun who house he went to?
Huh?
I'm saying I'm throwing something else at you. I said, what if it was the kid house? What if it was the kid gun that he went to the house? What if he didn't bring the gun?
That's Well, he definitely ain't gonna get charged with murder then, because it's easy to say he pulled the gun out and we was playing with it and it went off. I mean, because that's what
Yeah,
they're gonna say anyway. That's what his lawyer's gonna advise him to say. I mean, it's
yeah,
gonna be really hard to prove murder in this situation, I believe, because he he asked to spend the night. They allowed him to spend the night. They nobody heard any arguing or fussing or anything like that.
right.
So I mean, yeah, I just don't think they can prove murder unless it's, of course it could always be more than what we know, but just from looking on from the outside of what we do know,
right.
I just
I,
sound
wa-
like
I was
another.
I was thinking that's why they didn't charge him with it because they're trying to figure out who gun it was.
I'm pretty sure they know who gun it was by now. I just think they want to know exactly what happened.
What happened? Yeah.
Yeah, and until they can clear that up, I'm not sure they're gonna charge him with anything until they clear it up. I mean, he gonna get charged with something, but I just don't know how severe it's gonna be.
Yeah,
Because say he all tore up over the loss of his friend and stuff like that, the prosecutor gonna take all that stuff into account, especially if it was a mistake. The bigger issue is the gun. No matter
yeah.
which teenager it came from, the issue is
How did
the
it
gun.
happen? How did they get it?
Yeah, where did it come from? That's the biggest issue.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. When I was growing up, I just wasn't. I don't know. I mean, we fought and did whatever, but I mean, we ain't play with guns, and we ain't do all of that. I mean, it was plenty of, it was, still plenty of guns out there and everything. People had guns, but I guess in my more immediate circle, it was like, and
But
I
seriously,
went to one of my friends' house and took a gun over there with me, or we never snuck into their parents' room or whatever and got
hmm
gun, and we never did that. That was never anything that was on our mind.
guns were for grown folks. I mean, if you heard of a shooting, man shot his wife or her boyfriend because they was cheating, he lost his mind or something like that, or the real gangster shot somebody over money or something. It was none of this petty stuff,
Yeah,
until it came into the 80s when Richmond turned into gang town because everybody wanted to be a drug dealer gangster, and it won't just happen in Richmond, it was happening all over the country. these murders just shot up. You know, crack was introduced and it came back. You know, because during the heroin epidemic of the '60s and stuff, they ain't had these kind of murders. You know, they had murders, but not like this. So,
It's
hello,
crack
Angel.
still out
Hello, Miss Maxine and Angel says hello.
Hello, you guys. How y'all doing? 4th of July weekend to
there.
you
Angel
guys.
or Amanda.
Hmm.
Amanda said hello.
Yeah,
Hi,
Amanda.
hi,
Um,
Amanda.
hello, Amanda. Not Angel. I'm sorry. I'm so
It,
used to
it's
seeing
it's
Angel.
crack
Well,
still
Angel's
out
there
there.
too. Angel's there too. What you say?
It's crack still out there.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
So Neil, you are seeing the comments.
I can see him, but I can't comment. I can't type anything, but I can see him.
Oh well, you got a big enough mouth to respond. So you just do it
That
that
would
way.
be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not run from the
Yeah.
truth.
So yeah. Hey there, Amanda. Yeah, the guns things is crazy.
Thank you, Angel. Angel said, "Yeah, crack is still out there.
So many drugs out there now.
People make
Yeah. I mean,
Miss
they putting
Maxine said Daddy could have a gun on the table, and you knew not to touch it. I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
and they putting fentanyl in everything now.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, it's killing people. And
Why?
this even this
I'm just like, why?
I don't know the name of it, but it's this drug that's out there now that people take it. It actually burns it starts burning holes in their skin, and they still taking it. I can't think of the name of it right now.
What is wrong with the? What is wrong?
I have no idea. I
Yeah.
really don't.
Oh, it's just so sad. I mean, it's sad. Isn't even. It is depleting to know
Mm-hmm.
that an individual knowingly knows that this drug is gonna burn you from the inside out, and you just that whatever is in you is saying, I want some, I want some. Somebody could take it and you can clearly watch what happens, but yet and still you want some, you want some. I mean, that is just so.
Because what happens is the drugs are made to be so addictive that if you use it one time, and even if you don't want to use it, your body craves so
Craze
much
for
for
it.
it that you have to take it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you get so sick that the only thing that can help you is that drug. That's why they say never take it because just one use will get you addicted like that.
Angel says a tranquilizer for animals.
Yeah, that's what they're using now. And their skin is just burning. I mean, it's terrible. If you see somebody who's taking that drug, you look at them and like, why?
Man, listen. I remember one time I remember, back in my younger days, um, and
Make sure you keep everybody's name out of it. Just say your own stuff.
I'm not putting your name in it. Don't worry.
I ain't said me.
Hmm.
No, but I remember smoking one day, and it tasted funny, and I was like, why that taste like that? Don't taste like no weed that I never ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Find out, Come to find out, it was laced. And
Mm-hmm.
I ain't appreciate that at all. Don't just give me some
Yeah.
taste. Let me make my own decision if I want to try something, or take my level of high to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
No, I ain't never mess with that. I ain't never hang out with that child no more. Because
Yeah,
you
well,
know, can't be
definitely nowadays you cannot.
You gotta be careful. You got
Yeah,
to be.
yeah, don't smoke nothing that's already rolled up. Do not do it because you would be addicted to fentanyl or something. Then
Fentanyl. Yeah,
man.
agreed.
I was so disappointed, but it was a clear eye opener to me though, because for me it was like, yeah, you ain't my friend. I don't need to hang around you. I don't need to
right.
hang around you. You know,
Yeah, I want
because
to
you
hear more about
just told
this.
that to me. You don't do that to people. You don't just
You
give people
don't.
stuff and they don't know. I'm thinking we just smoking on some regular weed.
What you, what you want to hear more about, OG?
Amanda says it's a home tranquilizer, and we are seeing
Horse.
this coming. A horse tranquilizer. My glasses ain't working right. A horse tranquilizer. That's exactly what it is, and they're seeing it more come to the ER more frequently.
Wow.
People getting a hold of horse tranquilizers.
People can get a hold to anything if they can make a dollar out of it.
You daggone right.
Yep, if they can make a dollar off it, they can
With the
get it.
world.
You daggone right. Or
This
horse
world
tranquilizer.
this
Or what
world
the hell?
in the
What?
handbag.
Hey, OG, can I walk up to you and say, "Hey, man, we gonna get high tonight, man. I got this horse tranquilizer, man. You want to try this?"
You know what I'm saying? Man, you
Really?
done lost your
You
damn
done
mind.
lost your goddamn mind.
Yeah, I don't even want to get that damn high. Why would I want? Why would anybody want to get that high?
I don't get it, bro. I
They
don't
don't.
get it.
They must want to die.
Got to, man.
Yeah, they
And I,
must want
I, I
to
think,
die.
I think, I think a little bit of all this stuff is though about people not valuing life. I think a little bit of it got to do with life is not a value no more to some people.
Yeah, cause can you imagine really being a junkie? You tried some drugs one time and you got high, and now you can't control. All the thing you think about is getting high. You don't want to get high, but that's all you can think about. You
That's
try
all
to
you can
get
think about.
clean,
That
you
is
can't
so
get clean,
scary to me.
and that's why
Your
they
your,
OD so much.
your whole being is to wake up. You thinking about ways to get money to get high.
That's
That's all
it.
you thinking about all day.
You can't do nothing else.
Mm,
You
mm,
can't do anything else.
That's tough.
mm.
Yeah, go ahead,
That's
Nita.
That's
that's
that.
tough.
Mm. That is so scary to me. And I guess that's one reason, I never wanted to get any higher than weed. Just regular weed.
Yeah,
I didn't never
that's
want to get
enough
no
for
higher
me.
than that because I've always been scared because I don't want to be walking around, you know. Yeah, Amanda. I don't want to be walking around like zombie like. I don't
Yeah.
want to lose my life.
What did Amanda say? You just said, yeah,
Total
Amanda.
zombie.
Yeah.
She
She
said
she
total.
says that drug makes you look like the Walking Dead, and that's exactly what these people look like. I've seen pictures of it, and
Wow.
for me, whether I'm drinking or whatever, if I can't be in control of myself, I have gone too far. I never want to be where I'm not in control of myself. And I can't walk myself, I can't drive myself or whatever. I have gone too far. I've had too much fun. I just
Yeah.
can't get that
Yeah.
high.
Well, I done had some days where I done had too much fun, but
Yeah. Me
I
too.
mean,
thankfully
I've been like that. That's how I know the difference.
I've only
You know,
times that I've had too much fun, I can say that I myself have been with my true friends because they will not let anything happen to me, and vice versa. I
but
wouldn't let anything happen to them.
but that's the thing. When I got like that, I was always, at a friend's house or something. I never went out and got that tour up. One time I did, but that was funny though. That was real funny because that story, we had somebody with us that time, and he just lit us up.
Hmm.
Real good. He lit us up. Angela had a comment.
She said veterinarians are the only ones who have horse tranquilizers. Somebody
So they
need to
know
get
what
their license then.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They know where the drugs coming from. They ain't shutting them down. They
No,
letting them
they
go out
ain't.
on the street.
Ever come
Right.
to mind though? How did it ever come to mind to let's try horse tranquilizers now?
Cause you see the way when they shoot a damn animal and the way the animal passes out. Oh, I want that. That's how I want to be. Let me take that.
Mm. I see a name that we haven't seen before.
Who was that?
Landy joined in. Hey, girl.
Hello,
She said that's
Landy.
why she don't get high because she don't like nothing controlling her mind. I understand that.
It's very smart.
Hello, Landy.
Very smart. I mean, my mind crazy enough as it is. I don't need
You
no
ain't
help.
loud all day. You don't need no help at all.
Ain't nobody ask you.
Oh Lord, here y'all go.
Ain't nobody ask her nothing. If anything, you make me go to something.
For real, you need a tranquilizer. You need a tranquilizer after you deal with Nia. You need a tranquilizer.
I'm about to ask them for a lion tranquilizer. Forget the horse. Give me a lion tranquilizer.
I need an elephant tranquilizer.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, give me something to put an elephant down.
Y'all don't stop coming for me, man. Just stop. Just stop.
Yeah, these drugs is terrible though, for real. And people be, and the thing is, they coming from Mexico and China because what they doing is making it, since the people addicted to those pain pills. What was they before they put the fentanyl in them?
Opiates. Oxycontin.
Oh,
Yeah, Oxycontin. There's opioids, right?
yeah,
So
opioids.
in Mexico and China, they using the fentanyl to make the pills
Yeah,
because they can make. This is what I saw on
they use the fentanyl to cut it.
documentary. Yeah, and they can take $300 worth of fentanyl and seriously make over $300,000 worth of pills with it. That's
Yep.
and so that's what's coming across the water, and that's what people take, and they're deadly as crap because they putting any kind of chemical in the pills. And
Yep.
people take them because they high and they want to get high, so they take them and they die.
Mm, mm, mm.
And people are actually making the pills too.
Yeah, that's
Like
what they're doing. They
they'll
making them.
get all the ingredients. I'm talking about when it gets over here, they'll put some stuff together, get all the ingredients and actually press a pill for
That
people to take.
is so scary. Oh my gosh. That
It's
is
scary, but it's what's going on now. What's
mm.
going on? So
All
stay
right,
say no to drugs.
all right.
You
If we ain't got
I mean,
if we ain't got no more comments on this, OGA, you can go ahead and take over now.
The only thing I was wanted to ask y'all was about, have y'all heard any of the Supreme Court rulings this week that came out?
the
We
Supreme
we know
Court.
that they allowed the banning of abortions, they banned
Yeah,
abortions. So
yeah,
um I'm guessing not. Well, one of the biggest things they did, they blocked Biden's loan forgiveness program. Angel's heard about them, so she know what I'm talking about. They blocked that.
yeah,
They also made it legal. You know how the LGBT was suing preachers and cake makers or whatever. If somebody didn't want to make a cake for them, they could sue
yeah,
them. If a preacher didn't want to marry them, they could sue them.
yeah,
Not anymore. They can't sue people no more. So if a preacher don't want to marry a gay couple, they don't have to. If a person don't want to sell to a gay person, they don't have to. The problem with that one is
that's
soon they're gonna say,
discrimination. Soon as go
yeah,
to us.
yeah,
That's gonna
soon they're
go to
gonna say, I
us.
don't want to sell to a black person.
Yep,
And that's
yep.
what's
That's
gonna
gonna
happen.
backfire.
And it's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
gonna
it's gonna
backfire.
backfire.
Yep,
And the
I
biggest
agree.
one is the affirmative action. They roll that back. So now, schools don't have to have black students. Say a white student makes a 3.6. and a black student has a 4.0, they can still put that white student in front of that black student because white people been crying and complaining and saying that
They got
Asians,
HBCU.
yeah, Asians and blacks and Latinos are not as smart as they are, but they getting into schools over them because of their color, which actually affirmative action doesn't work that way at all. It's just their belief that they are superior in every aspect of life and that they are smarter than anybody else. And they should be able to get into any school that they want
That they
to.
want to. Yeah.
Yeah. And the courts have made it that way, but colleges are still going to admit the smartest person because it makes their college look good, makes their endowment look good. And some colleges gonna do the wrong thing and let them in, but who they gonna blame when their child don't get in school and it wasn't because of a brown or a black person? You know, you know, they just cannot accept that they can't be the best and have the best at everything. And the Supreme Court agreed with them. You got 9 conservative justices and nine, yeah, and 3 liberal justices. So
And
more
who
stuff
put them
coming.
who put them in office?
Yep, Democrats have put them there because they
Democrats
could
put
have
them there.
voted. They could have voted against them just like Republicans do.
Well, another thing that I'm looking at, um, there was a case in Mississippi that they refused to hear that would have allowed former felons to regain their rights to vote. And
Hmm.
they have also opened the door legally for public businesses to discriminate against a protected class.
Yeah, Nandi says she's agreed with. We're gonna be next. She's right. And you know
Yep,
what the
she's
crazy
right.
thing
She's
about
right.
you know what the crazy thing about Mississippi is? Mississippi is dominated by black people, and the
Yep.
minority of white people run the state, tell them what to do, break all the rules, all the laws, and I just find a problem with that. They, how can so many black people allow this minor number of white people tell them how to live,
You know
take
why?
everything from them, you know?
You know why?
Hmm.
Because it's that still that mentality is there. That slave
Right.
mentality is still there. They so far behind on
Yeah,
the
they are.
curve of
They're
everybody
afraid.
else. They're
They're
afraid.
afraid.
Just like when the slaves took over, just like when the white man took over us in slavery. We had
Right.
enough numbers to dominate them, but they put so much fear in our heart, we were scared.
Yeah. I mean,
Said,
Miss
um,
Mississippi is a real study. People really should study Mississippi. You
Yes,
would be shocked. You
yes.
want to read Angel's reply, Nia?
Angel said Trump put the people there. Congress didn't allow Obama to choose a judge.
I
Actually,
don't agree.
Angel, it
I
was
don't
Mitch
agree.
McConnell. It was Mitch
Yeah,
McConnell when he was the Speaker of the House who refused to allow a vote.
yeah.
And the Trump nominated them, but it took certain
It
Democrats
took Democrats to vote them
vote
in.
to help get them in. That's
Yeah,
how it worked. They had to
yeah.
have a certain
Yeah,
amount of
Trump.
votes.
Yeah, Trump can't put them there.
Yeah, so all the Democrats actually could have just walked out and not voted,
And not
but they
voted at all.
scared. They're weak. They're a bunch of pussies, and they do that. But Republicans will walk away. They
Yep.
refuse to even let Obama nominate a judge.
Yep. Yep.
Democrats won't do that because they always want to be the goody two shoe party, no matter how it hurts people
Yep.
that voted for them. It don't hurt the other side. It always hurt the people that put them in office.
Yep.
So that's how that one worked out.
I'm so over the political stuff. I'm just so.
It's
It's
a
like it's
game.
a no-win situation. It's no win.
It is. It's a game.
It's a whole country with people lives, and
Hmm.
it's like a chess game. Everything is so strategic. It's so much behind the door, so much quid pro crap going on, so many promises over here, and it is just so
And it,
hateful
yeah,
feeling.
and it all boils down to one thing, and that's money. It's
Yep.
the whole world revolves around helping the rich get richer
Yep.
And
because no billionaires even pay taxes, So
I saw where some of the people that owe millions of dollars in student loan debts have their debts have been forgiven. Some of
Well, you
these
saw that.
rich,
some of the politicians, they owe millions of dollars
yeah, the rich they'll never pay them. They'll never pay their student, and their children will never pay them.
but I
But
get
the
a
poor
bill.
people got to pay. Yeah, but the poor people have to
I
pay
get a
that.
bill for my little pennies.
Yeah, the poor people have to pay that.
That's so crazy. And then when you talk about money too, I also saw where is it? South Carolina, the 93-year-old black woman who has her own land that's been in her family for since slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going to rebuild, but
Mm-hmm.
she hasn't sold. She doesn't want to sell. And the company who is building now, they are suing the woman because she doesn't want to sell her land.
And they're going to make it so that they can do that because, and what's going to end up happening is they're going
They're
to
gonna
take
force
it.
her out. They're gonna force her
Yeah,
out.
if she don't sell it, they're going to take it from her.
And see, that goes right back to what you were saying, Maymane, about they take everything from us.
And they've been doing it. I mean, stories of black people losing land because that day we had that argument about knowing about financing this ain't because we didn't know and stuff. And I think Chartrice was on then, and I was trying to explain to her it ain't that people never knew. People had, I mean, back in the day, black people had so much. I mean, they came out of slavery and built businesses. They built their own communities, their homes,
Black
and
Wall
everything.
Street. Black Wall
Yeah, I
Street.
mean, even more than that. And they took the property and they built factories and stuff on it. And now some of that land, acres and acres of it, is just desolate. It's nothing but trees and cement and all that. And these was people's homes, people's property, and it's all gone. They took it and then they destroyed it basically. I mean, people had whole families had acres of land where they had homes and everything, and they took it from them. And they built factories that pollute the earth and all that, and then they just dropped all that stuff and just left it.
Can we
Because
take
it won't dance from the beginning. So
Right.
they didn't care nothing about it.
Yeah. Got a few comments. I think we need to get to them.
Miss Maxine said Tyler Perry helping her fight her for her land in reference to the 93-year-old woman. I did see that, Miss Maxine. So he gonna help with that. And then Angel said it's ridiculous how they still taking our land. They burnt down everything
Mm-hmm.
we've built. That's true.
Mm.
Can we as
Yeah,
a can we as a black society get it back?
we can now, but they got our minds focused on other stuff.
We don't stick
And
together, Didi.
yeah,
I mean,
they
yeah,
got our
we don't
minds
we don't we
focused
don't
on.
stick we don't stick together. I saw Deion Sanders talking this morning. He said he said well he said wouldn't it be crazy if 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 you can get a black guy get a job and the other people at the job say, hey man, help me, show me how to do that. How you do that? He said if we kept constantly doing that, he said, do you know how crazy it'll be right now? He said, but soon as a black man come on the job, oh how he get this job? What he had to do, but he had to kiss to get this. We try to find a way to pull him down.
Yeah, that's
That's
part true.
That's our mentality.
Yeah.
We turn on each other so quickly.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
mean, but that's something that can be overcome because that's something that's been going on. That's just like when you got crabs in a barrel. All the crabs trying to get out. You know, they trying to climb on top of each other, and because people don't have nothing, it's so hard to get. The mentality is it ain't. I don't think they set out to hurt another brother. It's that it's so hard. I have to, to get up. I haven't gotten there yet, so I'm afraid that if I
I'm
give give my secret away, then I'm gonna be struggling.
I'm
I
I'm
mean,
I'm
that's.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, OG.
I mean, you
I
can, but
I know, but I think they are determined to hurt one another, brother. I think they are determined to do damage. I just feel that they're determined to do damage. It's just my opinion.
like I said, I think it's some truth to it, but I don't think it's um to just purposely shoot another brother down because there are a lot of people out there who are helping pull each other up and doing a lot, but you're
Oh
not gonna
yeah,
hear
yeah, it's a lot.
unless
Yeah, it's a lot. Uh,
unless you look for these stories. It's easy to find a story about somebody hurting somebody or somebody taking somebody down because that helps the cause. But I mean, you're not going to hear about all these stories about these people who are helping people acquire land and building places for people that don't have a lot of money and stuff. And there's a lot of young black people that's doing this stuff. It really is out there, and I can't name it now because I'm not watching it. But I could come back next week, but I can give you at least 5 or 6 of them. That people are doing it, and a lot of people are trying to help pull each other up, but you can't help people who don't want to be helped either. You can't stand still and wait for them to come around.
but
You
Mm-hmm.
know,
it don't do you no good neither though to take your nest egg, and because you feel like somebody will pull on you or try to bring you down, and you run to the corner with it, and you say, "I'm
no,
gonna stay
that's
right
not
here."
that's not right either. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying there's more people I think trying to help each other and pull each other up, but you got so many people who don't care and they expect somebody to just give, and this whole time you wasting um trying to get them to understand where they need to go. You got to move on because we all know people who just don't want to move on. They don't want to progress.
Yeah,
They,
true.
they don't want to do better, you know. And so, but the first thing they say, don't nobody want to help you. Ain't nobody tell me about this. Somebody give you a job, you don't show up. You know, this happened, this happened. I hear them all the time. All they do is cry and whine and make excuses.
So that
Uh,
that um I saw something in social media. Gosh, what's them people name? Um the black guy, the black comedian, his name Terry.
Sure.
His name Terry.
I don't know a black comedian
But
named
Terry
Terry.
and Melissa, I think it is.
Oh, you talking about Terry? Yeah, with Terry and Melissa. I know what you talking about.
Yeah, have y'all been seeing some of the posts that he been putting out?
I look at some of his stuff, but it take too long. His certain areas is too long.
I thought about it when you mentioned about the crying and whining and all of this stuff,
Hmm.
and I watched what a I watched a little snippet of one of the things he put out there. So he had a go. There was a GoFundMe out there for him, and I'm not sure what that GoFundMe was for, but
Yeah,
for him just to live off of,
I think so.
the people contributed to that.
Not as much as he thought. They're
Um,
really not that. They're the problem with them is they're not that funny as Country Wayne and what's his name? The other little small guy, the skinny guy that do it. They're just not that funny.
well,
You know.
he owed some child support money, and the people froze his bank account, froze his account, so he couldn't get no more money, and he was
Hmm.
really on he was on live, and he was just whining about how they gonna take my money, how they gonna not let me get my money, and this and that, and we could have worked something out, and such and such and such and all this, and I was just listening, and I was like, seriously, had you
Yeah.
had you
See, I
been
don't know enough. I
paid?
don't know enough about that story
I
because
just
I
watched
don't
a
listen
little
to him no
snippet of it,
more.
but it came to mind
Right.
when you had talked about whining, you know, whining about not having something, or
Hmm.
you
And to get yeah, and to get back on that, how do y'all think? I'm asking man, and then you too, Neil, that we can break this cycle of not supporting one another, not helping each other come up. What will it take?
know.
I feel that it take a change in mentality. Um, it would take a lot because like we've talked before, and maybe not online or whatever, but we've talked before where I feel like a lot of people um right now we can't say that we ain't got help or we ain't got people that can do this and do that. Now the black community, there's enough money within the black community. We can start our own things. We don't have to depend on, you know, the outside world. If people wasn't so scared to work together to help each other, we can we can do our own banks. We can do our own grocery stores. We can do our own. We can almost we can almost put the outside community out of business.
Good. It's fear
Uh,
though. It's fear.
it's fear.
And then some of the people who do get there, like you said, they forget all about the people down here, because they feel like associating with them is better. They're better now. Because we do have black banks, but where are they? Why don't they reach out to us? Why don't they, you know, try to get us to bank with them? They don't. They don't do that. You
Just
know,
imagine if we had our own city.
See, but they don't have
Own
they
cities.
don't they don't have the power to be in your face though.
why don't they? They're a bank. They can't advertise.
Yeah, but do you know how much money Wells Fargo and big banks like that spend in advertisement to get you to say, oh, I got a bank at Wells Fargo, I got a bank at Bank of America. Do you know how much money they spend
Uh,
hundreds
so
of
so that's
millions of dollars in
so
advertisement?
the catalyst gonna be because they got way more money. We can't reach out to you.
No, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but sometimes we got to do our part too and reach out to them.
Let me ask, because I don't know. I don't know.
Mhm.
I know at one point in time there were some black owned banks here in Richmond. Are there still any?
Not in Richmond, but there's a big one in Maryland. I think they operate in Maryland, and then there's this black female. I think she has more than one bank. Um, and then there are a couple other black banks, black owned banks that's out there. Now I don't know if they operate in the higher income of people or whether you have to have a certain amount of money to bank with them or what. But if you Google black owned banks, you'll see, and some of them have a lot of spending power. Some of them have a lot of money because to have a bank, you got to have money in the first place. You can't have a bank with $1,000 in it, and call yourself a bank. But they have money. Um, there are a lot of Fortune five, four, big 400 black CEOs out there with companies and stuff. It's just that we don't know about it, and that's what I was trying to say that day we had that discussion about finance. You can Google this stuff and you can find out about it, and then that way you can get in touch with the right people and uplift yourself. You
There's
know,
no excuse to say you don't know about something no more.
yeah. I
There's
mean,
no excuse for that. I
ain't
mean,
nobody gonna hold your hand and say, "Come on,
you
let's
can
go do this."
you can Google anything in the world.
Yeah, you can't be lazy. And I know, like my man said, they can't advertise on the same scale as Bank of America and them. So you know we can help by locating them, and then they still got to find what 60 channels, the CW or somebody advertise with them. They ain't got to advertise with ABC or NBC or whatever, because what's probably happened with those, they probably set the price so high for them that they
Oh
can't
yeah,
advertise, because JP, Chase Morgan, and Bank of America can make that happen.
yeah,
They can say, we won't advertise with you if you let this bank advertise. So they'll set the price so high that the black banks can't advertise on that platform.
yeah.
Virginia State University has a credit union. It's Virginia State University Credit Union.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then they have
Googled it though, didn't you?
in Danville.
And then Angel said there's a black bank in New York City,
They got
and
one
there are
in
a few in the USA. Yeah, it's a lot of them. It's more than five. I know that much.
but they are very sporadic though. They
Yeah,
are
of
Oh yeah,
course.
definitely.
Of
Yeah,
course, because
definitely.
all our money is in Bank of America and Wells Fargo. Why? If we took our money out those banks, what do you
They'll
think?
crumble. They'll crumble.
Yeah, they would crumble.
I mean, I don't think people realize, really, really realize how powerful the black dollar is.
They don't.
Do
I
you
mean,
know
right
where? Do you know where the reason Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, all these people exist?
yeah.
there. Yep. Because
We're
of
the
us.
reason. We're the reason they exist.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
We're the reason that different. I'm gonna use podcasts as an example. We go
Right.
say we gonna say why people podcasts become big, because we push other people's stuff. We got
Yep.
friends and followers on. We got over 500 friends and followers together. Ask me how many people follow us.
Hmm.
We've grown. We got more people that follow us that we didn't know than people that we do know.
That we do know.
Exactly.
That's
I mean,
so. Mm.
Rick Ross was talking about it. He was like, when I go on your timeline on Facebook and you my friend, I'm gonna click like anyway, just because
Yeah.
you my friend.
Right.
He said if I look at your timeline and I see all these people you talk about that's your on your friend list, and none of them like your page or follow you. He said, what make me want to deal with you?
Yeah.
Right. And and what I wish people would do, I could ask people to do, because this is a um a big thing with us, and this is part of what we do. This why we do it, to help us out, to help our people out. So let's research the black economy, and come back and visit this in a couple of weeks, because I will tell y'all this: we spend about $835 billion a year We add $835 billion a year to this U.S. economy.
I
You
can
think
believe it.
about that. $835 billion we put into this economy, and what do we get out of it? A bunch of depreciating things. We got cars, they depreciate, jewelry, clothes, all that stuff we buy. It has no long-term value in it. There's no wealth involved with it. So where you think all that money going?
And you got black designers, you got black people
Mm-hmm.
that make cologne, black people that
Mm-hmm.
make suits, that
Yep.
that
They make
that
clothes.
they make clothes that they can't get nowhere near Louis or Christian Dior
Nope.
or Ralph Lauren.
Right.
I mean,
Angels say our money going to.
huh?
Wait, man. I was just saying, angels say our money going to Polo and Michael Kors.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
Hmm.
that's where it's going.
That's exactly where it's going.
It's a shame you can't get the support. We got black people that can be just as big as any other
Yep.
nationality if
Exactly.
if we got behind them like we get behind Louis, like we get behind
Hmm.
um Christian Dior, Ralph Lauren, all these other people.
And you know what pissed me off about those people? They don't even want us wearing their clothes.
They don't.
The only time they want us wearing them is when they don't have no money. When white people ain't buying it. But we continue to do it. We continue
I
to do it.
I think it's a disgrace that another nationality got the biggest soul food restaurant in the world. I think it's a
And what
disgrace.
and what do they know about soul food?
Exactly.
What do they know about soul food?
It's because we don't support each other.
We don't support each other, and we let anybody come and take our stuff away.
Take our stuff.
If Chinese people gonna sell soul food, why we can't sell Chinese food?
Right.
Why we can't make pizzas? Why we can't make tacos? Everybody else do it.
Man,
Mhm.
I'm gonna give me some fried chicken from the Chinese spot. Really?
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna go to the Chinese spot and get my fried chicken.
Mhm.
You know, why in the
Really?
world anytime we buy seafood, we gotta get it from a Asian. If we want soul food or fried chicken, we gotta get it from an Asian or I mean, it's crazy.
They stick together more.
Exactly.
But they're taught that.
Yeah.
And we're not.
We're not
I
taught that.
mean,
Mm-mm.
we are taught to forgive for every doggone thing. These people are taught to manipulate to get what they got to get. All we want to do is, oh, forgive. We'll forgive. And it's okay that they come into our neighborhood and run us out. It's okay. You know,
Don't say nothing to don't say nothing to them. Don't
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 say
don't
nothing
go.
to them.
Don't say nothing to them.
I mean, I hadn't been in church here for a long time. So we had to cut through there to go somewhere. I went down 25th Street and I was like, this ain't church here. Like, this can't be church here.
Churchill ain't Churchill no more.
Uh-uh. You know what? It's a place for yuppies now. And then we just let them run in and run us out. And we got a whole bunch of spooks sitting up on city council that we vote for every year and put them in there because the color of their skin. And they sitting
They
there
still
just
ain't
running
doing,
you out of your city. And
Huh.
they're running you out of your own city.
The mayor.
ain't nobody doing nothing.
Right.
Ain't nobody doing nothing.
Right. I mean, they got more bike lanes now than parking spaces.
Who you telling?
Damn niggas ride no bikes, man. We don't care about no bikes. Who the bike lanes for?
Ain't for us.
That's for sure.
It ain't
So
for us.
She,
Dandy says, you see it, Didi?
yeah, she said they come over here and get the loans and we can't. You absolutely right.
You're right.
You
Because
absolutely right.
there's
We need something.
Mexicans got more grocery stores We don't have one. You know a black-owned grocery store?
Listen. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Highland Park, Mike Simpson got his name on the street. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, I was so happy to see that. I was really happy to see it. It's been something long time overdue, but the fact that that store has remained a staple spot throughout all these decades. And I remember being a little girl going to Mike Simpson Market.
Now I don't know a lot about him, but if he got it like that and he's up there like that, why ain't some more black people talking about it? Why ain't we putting it? I mean, why don't we celebrate each other?
Why don't we? Why don't we celebrate each other? Why? It's like we always want to be better than the next one. Celebrate each other. We can't wait for other people we can't wait for anybody else to celebrate us.
Ain't nobody gonna celebrate us.
People we laughing at the Mexicans and whatever, all that. Them people done got 25 million restaurants, grocery stores, and everything. They done came over here and surpassed us in that little bit of time.
They just showed us how it's supposed to be done. They're showing us how it's supposed to be done.
And
they done took Texas back.
We still ain't paying attention.
No, because you know why? We rather go there. We rather go and spend our money with them than with each other.
It takes nothing to celebrate each other. It really doesn't.
It take a whole lot when your mindset ain't right.
Yeah.
And
it takes a lot when your mindset ain't right.
You asked the question of, how can the cycle be broken? And man was absolutely right. The mentality. Our mentality is
been screwed up since the beginning of time.
But it goes back to, man, I don't know why I'm always thinking about, like I said, we always talking, whether we online or on the phone. And some of it be on air and some of it don't. But it goes back to me where a lot of it is a whole lot of things changed. Family not family no more. Friends not friends no more. The values, when my grandma was alive, we was a family.
Yeah.
It ain't like that no more.
We was a family. When my grandma died, if you went on my grandma's house on Sundays, you go see your cousins. You go see your family. Somebody coming through there to see what grandma cooked.
Yeah.
Now it's not. It's like
it's crabs in a barrel. Everybody
right.
trying to get theirs, and if they got theirs, that's all that matters. That's
these days, blood don't make you family.
It don't.
Blood don't make you family.
And you have to learn that because
you gotta learn it.
Your family will
they will abandon you just like anybody else.
Yeah, your family will take you over.
One of my cousins have made a post about that exact same thing. When the seniors of the family pass away, the families fall apart. It's like that was the center of the family, and now the center is gone. That one individual, that one household or whomever that brought everyone together, now that individual / that place is gone.
Because those
them fell apart.
Yeah, it's what they taught you. It was the envy crap. They took all the envy out. And if you did have some, they won't pass you telling you need to share or you need to help such and such. But it ain't like that no more. Now if you achieve and you got some, first of all, most of your family gonna hate on you because you done busted your
Of
ass to
course,
achieve something,
of course,
and then some of the people who have achieved gonna look down on their family that don't. So everybody's got a problem,
Mhm.
and that they need to solve. You know,
agreed, agreed.
Oh, Solomon Howard. Solomon Howard. Wow. Solomon Howard is watching live from Liberia, West Africa.
All right,
Shout out.
that's
Yes.
what I'm talking
talk,
about.
Yes.
talk to us, Solomon. Talk to us.
Ooh, that is
Talk
so
to us.
Liberia,
Tell
West
us what's on your mind and what got you to watching us.
Yeah, how did you even hear about us? That's
Facebook.
big. That's big, you guys.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, I want Solomon to talk to us.
I want to talk to him too.
Because this really what the show is about. It's about y'all.
Reaching is and that's all we trying to do. We trying to bridge the gap, fill in the gap,
We start the
and
conversation, but we much rather hear y'all talk. What y'all got
yeah,
to say?
yeah. That's
Because
why
we
we start.
we need.
When we first came up with this, that was our main purpose
Mm-hmm.
for the fill in the gap, for to get people to
Yep.
talking
Yep.
because it all starts with conversation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
Because we need the information too.
you might
Mhm.
spark something to somebody else that'll get them to say, "Oh, I got to do this. I need to be doing this."
Yeah. Because that's
That's what it's
that's our
about.
main goal is the community and to
That's what
help.
it's about.
Yep.
Yep. Put out some
And and
information and talk
and
about some
and,
stuff.
and when we asking for followers and we asking for people to share and we asking people to like, that's so we can grow. That ain't got nothing to do with us making no money, us doing anything. Hey, OG, let me ask you a question. How much money you made since you started doing this?
Nothing. Not a dime.
How much money we done put out since we started doing this?
I ain't kept a number, but we done put out a plenty.
And
We have put out a plenty.
we put our money to get this going to keep this going. We ain't doing this for no money. We're not doing
Mm-mm.
this for nobody to say, "Oh, them guys." No, we doing it to help our people. We
But
need
can I
more
just break
forums.
it down?
Go ahead, OG.
No, no. Because I'm gonna get right what you saying. I'm just piggybacking on what you saying. This is the honest truth. We sat down and we talk about it. And me and Man talk about this stuff all the time because we talk all the time. And we talk to Nia too, but she likes to be annoying. Let's just put that out there. She likes to annoy us. So we had to move on from her. But me and Man, we have been dealt something. We just put it that way.
Yeah,
And we said that instead of sitting back, whining, complaining, and and just becoming dead, basically, we wanted to do something to give back, make our lives purposeful, and the biggest thing we could come up with is to help the community,
Mhm.
and that's why we doing what we do.
yep,
That's the honest truth. We ain't said that. We don't talk about it. It ain't nothing. We don't do it for empathy or sympathy or nothing like that. We do it for us to to make our lives feel like it's worth something.
Mhm.
So
yep.
um that's why we're here.
And and we brought Nia along because she just been in my back pocket since she was a little girl. So I had to I had to bring her on because mom would have killed me if I ain't bring her along with me.
She'll be sitting right on your shoulder.
She already is.
You're welcome, Maxine. And I'm just like, when you say we said we need a third person, he said, "Yeah, I know we can bring Didi," and I was like, "Yeah, Didi, cool." And that man, that girl get on my nerve. Oh, pluck my nerves, man. But we keep her on the show. We
But
keep her around
but
though.
but we just wanted to give y'all a little background because we want y'all to tell y'all friends and invite people that that might want to come on and say what they want to say or talk about something,
Let your
because
voice be heard.
you never know who's listening. You
Mhm.
never know who ears to the pile, and we start talking about it, we can motivate some people, and we can grow, and we can get bigger. And I don't want nobody to sit back and say, "Oh, I knew them guys when they was just local." I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because one day it's going to blow, and you can say you helped make it blow.
Yeah.
We all give this. This not this not this not just near. This not just near OG and Main's podcast. This everybody podcast that's
People.
been
Yep.
helping us. This the
Yep.
people podcast.
Yep.
This
Miss
And
this
I, and
this
I,
Maxine.
I usually agree with Miss Maxine, but she said leave her alone.
No,
Miss
no,
Maxine,
don't pick and choose
you
when you agree with Maxine. No.
you do not know what we go through from Sunday night to
shit,
Sunday evening with
Thank you,
shit,
this woman.
Maxine.
You do not know. You do not
on
know.
a
In a
on a weekly basis.
Yeah, in a span from the time we get on to get ready for the show until we start, we done had to put her back online about 5 times with her blanking in and out.
It look pretty. It look pretty now, but it ain't pretty
Yeah,
like this before we get
yeah,
on
yeah,
air.
yeah. Y'all don't know what going backstage. I'm just talking about she is doing a good job. When you said she don't do a good
When he
job,
says she ain't do a good job, now you taking it out of
Woo.
context.
it's
When he
what
Hey,
says she
come.
don't do a good
It's the
job,
bullshit that come with
I
that.
gotta keep y'all on y'all toes.
No, we don't need to be on
shit,
our toes.
my
We don't need
my
none of that.
my toes broke.
Yeah, we don't need none of that. But seriously though, y'all, and we slow with information because we like to have our facts before we like give out numbers and stuff like that. So um but it's coming because we're growing and we have to find different ways to keep y'all coming back and also give y'all good content and
And
have fun at the same time. So
and like OG said, I want to send out a big thanks for everybody that's supporting us. That that's
mhm.
on here, that's
Yes.
on here today, that may not be on here today, or that's on here and don't want us to know they on here, because we
Yes.
had
Yeah,
those,
we
we had
appreciate
those,
y'all.
we appreciate all of y'all.
Yes.
And you
And
can
just know that
always inbox us. You can inbox the show. You can message us if you got something you want to
Yeah,
talk about, and you don't want the whole page to see it.
bring it up.
You can bring it up, or you can email one of us personally. Message
Yeah,
one of us personally, or the show.
yeah, that's what I was
You
getting ready
got
to
some,
say.
yeah. So,
We
yeah,
start out with a topic, but anybody any of the viewers who has something that they would like to, hear what other people have to say, your opinions about something, put it out there to us. You
and
know,
yeah,
and I just want to reiterate. I just want to reiterate you guys that we added another segment to the show at the end where each one of us pick a song during the week. We want to get to the point where you guys pick a song that you want us to play at the end of the show that meant something to you, that makes you think about things, and we want you to give us a little dialogue on what it make you feel like. So this
yeah.
week, the if we don't have any more comments, I'm gonna get to the point where we close out and let Nia take over.
You ready, Neil?
ready. Play my
Okay.
Okay.
song. Play my song.
Hey Nia, can you
All
tell
right.
them? Can you tell the people a little bit what the song means to you
I
before he play it?
I can, man. See, this is why we have problems, man. You don't give me.
What? All I'm doing is addressing it.
You listen. I got
All
my.
you all you doing is hollering, play my song, man. Play
Can I?
my
Can I do me?
song.
Can I do me? When you want to do you, you do you. So let me do me. How I want to do me.
Oh,
Lord have
Lord have
mercy.
You
mercy.
finished? Is it my turn now? Let me know when it's my turn. I ain't got all
It's
day.
your turn. Just go ahead. It's your.
My song is happy. I used to think that this was such a kiddie cliche song until I actually started listening to it and really just absorbing the words. And I can just relate to all of it, because I got, as a person, you got to shift out all of that negativity. You got to shift out the devil, the negativity. You got to shift out those people trying to bring you down. You got to be in control of your own emotions. And when I hear this happy, it just puts me on cloud nine. With that
I'm
being
gonna admit, I'm gonna admit that I love the song for real,
Yeah.
but I hate listening to it because I don't want it like it. Do you understand that?
Because I'm happy.
I mean, I think they want to hear him sing it.
I can agree.
Happiness is the truth. I know what happiness is to me.
Oh my God!
No. He asked you to explain the thing. You ain't want to explain. Now you want to talk all over the song. See what I mean? Don't laugh, Linda. Don't laugh at it. Don't laugh.
That's an that part right there.
See? Now y'all see.
Oh, yes. A room without a roof.
You
That's
brought it
me.
home, man.
I'm a room without a roof.
The roof probably left.
You ever bought something and had buyer's remorse?
Yeah, you ever had a cup full of water and wish you had something else?
Oh my gosh.
Look at all this.
Yes,
Juanita, you.
Thank
Amanda,
thank you.
Get it, Dee, Belinda, smiling, laughing, Angel back. Funny thing, last week OG played Big Daddy Kane and he came on BET Awards. That's because I'm OG. I don't know who she is. She is trouble. So Juanita was watching, and she, thank you, Juanita. She gonna come on and give her more inspiration to be her. Oh,
She can't do no wrong.
Nope. Look at it. And she eating it up. Look at her. All right, can you close out, Dee?
I love it.
The song get ready to go off, Dee.
All right, you all. Thank you all so much. Thank you, viewers, for so much love. I just appreciate the love. Thank y'all so much. Another episode of In the Gap is come to an end. We thank you all for continuing to support us and just keep sharing, keep liking, follow, subscribe. I mean, we are here for you all. We're here for the community to have an outlet, and we just so appreciate you all continuing to show up for us and making this continue to happen. So thank you. Make sure you tune in next Sunday, same time, same place, Sunday at 6, and see what the hot topic is in the gap. Thank y'all.
Y'all have a great week. You too, Angel. And Amanda says her diva will always be out the box. Yeah. Y'all have a good week.
And don't forget support Fat Duck Soul Food.
Yeah, get you some chillings today. He's down there. So
they got chillings today.
Yeah. Goodbye, y'all. Goodbye.